Welcome back to Comical Opinions, where we read them first to save you time and money. This is a review of Savage Red Sonja #4 from Dynamite Comics. And in this issue, Red Sonja finds her clever ploy to steal Mayor Sam's scepter pay off, but getting the scepter and keeping the scepter are two different things, and neither one of them is going to be easy. But before we start, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we're doing and hit that bell for notification. Your thumbs up helps keep us going, and your attention is greatly appreciated. So let's get into it. Savage Red Sonja #4 from Dynamite. The issue is written by Dan Panosian, art by Alessio Petillo, colors by Francesco Sagala, coloring assist by Gloria Martinelli, and letters by Dave Sharp. And the main cover is done also by the main writer, Dan Panosian. So that's cover A. So let's recap what happened in the previous issue. Red Sonja made a ploy to, with the help of Marcus the barkeep, to get the scepter away from Mayor Sem, because Marcus promised that if we could join the Blood Ruby and the scepter together, it becomes a very powerful object that can grant basically any wish. And Red Sonja, being the woman that she is, sort of cursed by destiny, if you will, she recognizes that if she can get that powerful artifact that can basically grant any wish, that could break her connection to the gods and the curses and anything else that might be saddled on her as a matter of fate, and that she can be free to live the life that she wants to live, away from any responsibilities, given that she is the she-devil with a sword. So she sets out and tries to meet with Mayor Sem to get the scepter, but she can't get through the elite bodyguards that she has, that the mayor has surrounding him. So she decides to try a different tact, which is use brain over brawn, by setting up a private meeting with Castile, who is the head of the bodyguards, one of the slayers of Scheherazade. And the Castile sort of takes the message back that she wants the bloodstone, and the mayor says, well, if she's got the bloodstone, I need that for the scepter because I can use it for myself. And so Red Sonja essentially lays a trap with bait that she has the bloodstone, knowing that if she can't steal it away from the mayor will come to her. And in this issue, and so that's where we left off. In this issue, the mayor with the slayers shows up at the bar where Marcus and Red Sonja are hanging out, after Marcus explains that he is not who he seems, in the sense that he's just an old sort of incapable barkeep, but he's really something much more strong and powerful, and that he only looks the way he looks because his wife, the Pale Witch, cursed him for some past misdeeds, and that he recognizes that if he can get the bloodstone and the scepter back together and get it to his former wife, the Pale Witch, in her gratitude, she will undo the curse on him and also grant the wish of whatever Red Sonja might want for her fate and her future. So the mayor shows up, or the mayor's guards show up. They say, you come with us. We're going to go meet Mayor Sem because he wants to talk to you. Red Sonja agrees, and in the course of the meeting, she uses a clever little bait and switch, smashes through the window of their meeting place while swiping the scepter away, and gets away. And before she goes back to the bar to meet with Marcus, to let him know that she has everything together, a group of thieves confront Red Sonja, who she later figures out was hired by Marcus to steal the scepter away from Red Sonja for himself, I should say. She kills them easily, heads back to the bar, explains to Marcus that the thieves actually stole the Red Ruby when they didn't, to throw Marcus off the scent. And then when Red Sonja leaves and heads out of town with the scepter and the Blood Ruby, she is met by the Pale Witch, who cleverly figures out that Red Sonja has both the Blood Ruby and the scepter, and agrees to help her put them two together, but they can only be assembled by bonding with a special magical ritual that requires the fire of a dragon. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff kind of all coming together. But where we liked the prior issue, which was issue #3, is that it was all about being deceptive, being clever, sort of using your guile and your wits from Red Sonja to trick Mayor Sem into coming to her. So rather than solving the problem with brute strength and slashing swords, she used her brain and essentially laid a trap using the blood ruby as bait to get the mayor and Castillo, who is the head of the bodyguards, to come to her. In this issue, we see that play out, but now you got a mix of both cleverness because she now sees her ploy play out by getting the bodyguards to bring her to the scepter and the mayor, and then she uses her strength and her speed and her acrobatic capabilities to swipe the scepter and get away, as well as dispatch the thieves uh, when they come for her in a double cross by Marcus. So it's a mix of brains and brawn in this issue, where last issue was all about the brains. So it's a healthy mix. It's a good mix, and we like where this is going. Uh, Interesting fact, or interesting factoid, if you will. Red Sonja, in the course of her conversation with Marcus, brings up the name of a Sumerian who she trusted once upon a time, and she says she's regretted it ever since. And for you longtime Robert E. Howard fans, she's making reference to Conan the Barbarian, which you don't see get off mentioned too often in this series from Dynamite, which is, good or not. It's great to see that that connection still exists. So, what do we like about Savage Red Sonja number 4? Uh, Good action and smart character work from Red Sonja. So she really ups her, elevates herself, or I should say, Dan Panosian elevates Red Sonja as a capable fighter and a capable thief who uses a strong mix of brains and bronze to get what she wants. And she's no fool, especially when the Pale Witch approaches her in disguise, and Red Sonja figures it out right away. So that's a good way to present the character. It certainly elevates the character, and by the twists and turns that come about, you kind of get the sense that that she's in constant danger from mistrust, that everybody wants something from her, that everybody has their own agendas for pursuing the scepter and the blood ruby. And so now the dramatic tension is heightened because she's in maybe not constant threat of danger from physical violence, but she's at constant threat from being betrayed or backstabbed or being swiped and stolen from. So that definitely creates an air of tension that keeps everybody on the edge of your seat, which is what you want from a comic of this sort. Um, what didn't we like in this issue, or what didn't we like in Savage Red Sonja number 4? Honestly, I think the action, because there is a fair bit of action, but it's mostly chase action. When she gets into opportunities for swordplay, it sort of happens off panel, happens very quickly, and it gets shortchanged a little bit. So even though we like a mix of brain and brawn, when the brawn aspects come up with her sword, we want to see that play out a little bit more, and it sort of got shortchanged in this issue. Quick word about the art. What do we think of Alessio Petillo's art? It's okay. It's not great. Petillo kind of gets the composition of the panels, and the choreography looks good, and the dramatic angles for the panels look good, but the figure work is just not great. Savage Red Sonja is known for her beauty and for her just physical presence, and you don't get that here because the line work is very sketchy and it's very loose, and in some cases, not often, but in some cases, Red Sonja looks almost ugly, or homely at the very least, which is not what you want from a Red Sonja comic. She's known for her beauty. What you don't want is a lead character who's known for beauty to be looking kind of homely and kind of mid and kind of plain. That's just not what you want. So the arc is okay to kind of give you the structure, but when it comes to the finesse and the details and the figure work and just the overall appealing levels of art that you should see from the comic, you don't get that here. It just looks sketchy and loose, which doesn't do the story any favors. So, final thoughts. What do we think about Savage Red Sonja number 4? Good mix of brains and brawn from the lead character, lots of twists and turns, an elevated state of dramatic tension from the constant fear of betrayal and backstabbing from all the agendas, from all the disparate forces that are surrounding Red Sonja, and the development of where this story goes next is pretty interesting. Uh, on the downside, the swordplay action, which is one of the mainstays of a Red Sonja comic, get a little shortchanged, and the art is not the best. So, having said that, we're going to give Savage Red Sonja a 7.8 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this review. Before you leave, please like, share, comment, subscribe to Comical Opinions for more comic review and analysis every week. I'm Gabe Hernandez, your publisher at EIC. You have a great